Hello, Swirly Savages. I'm going to share the anatomy of a layout with you today. And this is using the Lemon Craft Gossamer Blue paper that was included in the Delicate Kit for January 2017. So I'm just cutting some strips of various sizes out of the paper and making some banners as well as some tags. This is the vine that was included in the Delicate Kit. And I decided I wanted to change the color of the flowers. So I'm using the Color Blooms. That's Dragonfire Blue. And then Lemon Wedge for the leaves. As I was spraying the leaves, one of them came off, so I'm just going to go ahead and include that in one of my little clusters here on the page. And that vine is by 49 and Market, called Dusty Shale. So this is some of the Lemon Craft ribbon that was included in the kit, and I'm just making a couple of bows out of the twill. And those are Lemon Craft buttons as well that were included in the kit. So we're just getting everything laid out, doing the paper layers at this point. The white flowers were included in the main kit as well. And those are Kaiser Craft Paper Blooms in Coconut. And I did mount this on some of the cardstock that was included. It's some of the glitter collection. Okay, so we have this about ready to go. So I'm going to use some of the embossing paste. That's DreamWorks and a Tim Holtz stencil. I'm just doing some random stenciling on the background paper to add a little more texture and interest to the page. Once that's dry, we're going to go ahead and ink the edges, and that's an Ingeville Bohm ink that I'm using. And we're going to use some, I want to go ahead and distress the edges, so I'm going to use my Distress It All for that and distress all of the edges before we lay it down. I did do some random stamping on the background as well. And that was with one of Prima's Finnabair stamps. It's the music notes, as well as some Ingeville Bohm butterflies. And the blue ink on that is the Cold Ice. It matches perfectly. So we're just going to continue to distress edges and build up the layers here with the different strips of paper and the banners as well as the tags that I have. Folding up some of the edges even a little bit more just to give it a more distressed look. And these are just random sizes, random lengths. I'm just doing this to create a good background here. That textured copper was Glitter Silk Collection, Copper Shimmer, that was included in the main kit as well. And there was a Lemon Craft Vintage Time sheet that had some little cards that you cut out. So that's what I did there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get that 49 and Market vine put on there, and I'm going to scatter some other flowers in amongst that, making a little cluster on the left-hand side. Those are some Kaiser Craft blooms, as well as one of the Lemon Craft buttons and Lemon Craft twill that was included in the kit. And then I took some of the nail heads that were included in the main kit and scattered those around the page. There are Mark Richards metal nail heads in light gold. So this is going to be the photo mat here. And I'm using some of the box, the FedEx box the kit came in, to kind of lift up that off of the page a little bit. So on those Kaiser blooms, I did use the Inkwell Bohm and cold ice to ink the just edges of the flowers before I stuck those down in amongst the vine. And that's another Lemoncraft button that's being added in for some interest, some more nail heads. And then we're doing the liquid pearls, just doing a little edge. And that is Ranger Ink Liquid Pearls in Hot Cocoa. That was also included in the main kit. Okay, I'm going to do some splatters on here with my black smooch. That's just one of my mainstays I've had for a long time. Bought it from the Swirly Doo store. And we're ready to go ahead and add the picture on there. Last thing, we have to have some butterflies. So I'm just punching those out and inking the edges again so it kind of goes with the page. And then I picked a chipboard title. This is just something I had from my stash. And I'm altering it with the enamel accents in white. And this was something that we received in a past Swirly Doos kit. So there we go. It's all done. Happy scrapping!